Good morning, it's Erin from EB Mixed Media, and today I wanted to share with you, as promised, my completed craft journal that I just finished decorating. I have a video up on how I did the cover on this. This is a 6x6 square journal from Ranger, and I've really enjoyed using it, and I have another one. I purchased it on Amazon, and I believe I got two in the set. So I do have another one that I'll probably start again. I had a question on Instagram or Facebook about whether I preferred working on white paper or regular paper versus craft paper, and I really do like both. I think craft takes some getting used to. It is more porous, it's more absorbent, and it's less forgiving. There's oftentimes I find I can wipe up paint off of mixed media paper or watercolor paper, but on this it is, once you put that paint down, it's really hard to take it off. So in that regard, it is a little different, but the colors really react differently on it, and so that's takes some time to figure out as well, but I do enjoy it, and I like the square format, which can also be tricky for people. I'm not sure why. I remember an art instructor telling me that once, but that square is a little bit different than rectangle, but I've liked and enjoyed working on it. It's small too, so it's quicker to do a page. So anyway, let's open this up. I made this little closure here. It doesn't really hold it together too much, but we'll take a look. And I opted to only work on the facing page, I think would be what it is. So I left these pages blank. I could go back in, I suppose, and do these at a later date if I wanted. So this was actually the last page that I did, and it was the first page in the journal, and oftentimes I do that. I'm a little nervous about doing the first page for fear I'll ruin it, and that'll be no one wants to open up a journal and have the first page be disappointing. So I opted to do that at the end. So this was the most recent one I did. A lot of these were done as part of challenges, maybe the Seek, Gather, Create challenge or some other challenge that was going on. I do sometimes have a hard time leaving the craft to show through, and I think that's something you want to do when you're using a craft journal. Otherwise, why bother? This one says the stars are always shining. This was a new stencil I got that's kind of a retro mid-century stencil. I find I don't like it that well. I thought I would really like it, but I'm not crazy about it. Here I was successful in letting the craft show through. This was another page where I just layered and layered and layered stencils. I think that's fun to do occasionally, and just keep throwing stencils on top and seeing what kind of depth you get. This was, I'm pretty sure, a challenge, and I believe the prompt was courageous, and I used a palette knife to just spread these the colors across this page. This was a cool color palette, kind of fall. This was a cluster of collage papers that I had put together and had in my stash, and so I just gave it a home on this page. This is black gesso, which is kind of cool, and I'm pretty sure I just put that on with a palette knife. I rarely use black like this, but this is cool. I might have to revisit that. This was definitely a Seek, Gather, Create challenge, or it could have been a challenge done by Casey with Express Your Artsy Soul. That might have been it, where you were supposed to use two different items. I kind of think that was it, because I used cardboard, or maybe it was something with texture. I don't recall. I love this one too. That hot pink is divine with the orange. She remembered it was something precious and let it fly away. I feel like this was a Seek, Gather, Create challenge where you had to have sewing. This was some palette paper. You had to have a bird. I don't recall this one. Make Magic Happen. It's a less successful page, I think. This was definitely a Seek, Gather, Create challenge. And there you see no craft on that page was left. I loved this one. I feel like this might have been another challenge page, but I thought the colors were really pretty. And that was a piece of, I think, palette paper I started with there. This one I did not like, and I kind of went over it multiple times, and I never really got it back to where I liked it. It's okay. Not my favorite. Speak to My Waiting Heart. That's okay. This was another one I did it and I left it for a long time and I wasn't that crazy about it. And then I went back and tried to put kind of a collage on top of it to sort of salvage it. It's not the most successful, but it's okay. I like this one a lot. I love this color family. And this is a sticker label that I had printed for the 100-day project. And somehow when I printed it, I had a typo or something on the whole page of stickers. So I painted over the whole page and then use these stickers later in my journal rather than waste that sticker sheet. Again, lots of stencils on that one. I like this one. This is a chain stamp that I have that I hand carved, and this might have been one of the first times I used it on a journal page, but I love this effect of the chains hanging in the background, and I've used that again. And again, that's a cool kind of fall color palette. This one, I made a bunch of mistakes on this, and this is where you could find that Kraft was unforgiving. I can't remember exactly what I did, and then I tried to erase it, and then I botched it, and I had to just keep layering here. So it's okay. This was a Seek, Gather, Create challenge piece here. I don't use a lot of red in my work, but red was one of the prompts. This was a pretty page I liked. Again, this started with used palette paper right here. And that was a Seek, Gather, Create challenge, I'm pretty sure. I have a video on my YouTube channel on this one. I had this little circle cluster, and I wanted to find a home for it. I may have a reel on this one. I don't think I have a video, but I loved how this turned out. This wonky little sunflower or coneflower. I just love the colors. These little gold are from a gold napkin, or a white napkin with gold dots on it from Walmart. I loved this one for fall. I think that's a gorgeous fall color palette. And this is a napkin in here. And this was a happy accident. When I went to put the flower down, I somehow broke off the leaves. Is that what happened? No, I didn't have leaves, and I had a different flower that I had used somewhere else, and I broke the leaves off of it on accident. And so I went ahead and used the leaves on this one. I love that page. This one was also taking a collage cluster that I had made, which is these pieces under the flowers, and try to make something out of it. And I did not like this collage cluster, so I was sort of challenging myself to make something with it. And, you know, it turned out okay. This, I think, is also maybe on my YouTube page. I like the floral. This says Embrace Beautiful Chaos. I love this one too, and I think I have a video on this one. One of my wonky florals there. Love the colors. You can see I was really getting into this color scheme here. This was a page I just wanted to showcase this playing card that I had decorated a year or so ago, and I wanted to find a home for it. This was okay. This was kind of a holiday one. I was experimenting with other holiday colors, and these were these Christmas trees I had made. I have some reels up on how I made those, but yeah, I was just experimenting with more festive holiday colors. It's okay. I think this might have been a Seek, Gather, Create challenge, because I think Bug was one of them. This is another one of those stickers that I messed up when I printed it, and so I painted over it, and now I use them. I like that one. I like the colors. This is a lovely one I like as well, and this is, I had just gotten these Karen Brushmaker Pro watercolor markers, and that was a floral I made with that. I think that's really pretty. I love this pink netting. I'm starting to run out of it. It came off of an Asian noodle package. This I just did recently, and you can see it on my YouTube channel, and I was looking for a home for this circle. And I got this great, it's like, I think it's cheesecloth with like some sort of gel paste or not gel paste, but texture paste over it. And it's just, the texture of it's fabulous. So that came in some Happy Mail. This piece came in some Happy Mail. I was very inspired to use those pieces. This is on my YouTube channel as well, and this was just a fun one to make. We had this floral, thought it would be pretty. And I took inspiration from one little piece of paper, scrap of paper that's right here for the color scheme. And that's it. I could have probably done this back page, but I didn't. That's something I could maybe go back and do. But that is it. I'm really happy with it. By and large, I like most of the pages in there, some more successfully than others, but it's been a fun journal to work in, and I look forward to starting my second one soon. Oh no, I hope I didn't have that up too far the whole time. That's it. I will be back another day with some more videos. In the interim, you can find me on Instagram at EB Mixed Media. Thanks so much. Have a great day.